Hello, everyone. Kyiv, Ukraine. Sandey Adelaja here. Hello, who is there? Who do we welcome first today? All right, here we go. Shegun Fatuma, you are ever so constant, ever so stable. Jake Okay, Bebe Undum, Bosse Fayajola, Rochelle White, Dollar, wow, what a name. Kike Morong KJ, Boniface Hart, Ekunsame Thompson, Okonko Shukude, Shao Smith, Remy Kalunga, Fleck Karim Matip, Elizabeth Ali, Justin Mayo, all right, Tibet Justice, Kika Adetiba, Bryden Larade, Jacqueline Kemp, Olabisi Olushoga, Paul Eric Sharmi, Taiwo Abuaba, Blessindra, Ade Shade, Peter Foley, Wesley Dode, Shioma, Florence, Oluwatoyin Bidemi, Bobo, Zen Cunningham, Bukola Abe, Harry Burke, Ayo Dele Peter, Shigo, Ebenezer, Diaolu, Abikosh, Timothy, Kennedy Festus. Well, you know what? That's an exciting program today. So let's just go directly into the program. Another time of testimony. Sundays and Saturdays, I have testimonies. And today, I have a young, beautiful lady. Beautiful. Young, charming, beautiful lady. And she's going to tell us her story. And so let's just go and get introduced to her. All right, so today we're talking about testimonies, stories. Let me show you the beautiful girl we have today. This is Tatiana. Hello, Tatiana.
Hello.
Привет. Ну что ж, рассказывай. Познакомь себя, расскажи о себе народу. Здесь будет более 100 стран, поэтому скажи о себе пару слов. Представься.
Здравствуйте, друзья.
Hello, everybody.
Я рада, что каждый из вас пришел сегодня на передачу пастора.
I'm so glad that you all came to see Pastor to this program today with Pastor Sunday.
Послушать о его результатах, его учеников.
And for you to know what a great thing this man has done and what a great thing his disciples are doing as well.
И я благодарю пастора за возможность, что я тоже могу здесь что-то сказать.
I just want to use this opportunity to appreciate you and to thank you for the opportunity to just share my story with people.
Меня зовут Татьяна, мне 37 лет.
My name is Tatiana and I'm 37 years old.
Моей дочери 19, и я не случайно говорю об этом.
I have a daughter and my daughter is 19. My daughter is 19-year old and I'm saying this especially. I want you to know how old I am and I want you to know how old my daughter is. And Stota Pitch is Nkiru, Nash Pastor is Nkiru Ojima Duniki Arko. Татьяна, привет, наша чемпионка, и любовь, сердце тебе передает.
Привет всем.
Yep.
Почему я говорю о возрасте и о том, что у меня взрослая дочь? Потому что я считаю, что женщина, это мое послание миру, женщина в возрасте 40 лет должна выглядеть вот приблизительно так, как выгляжу я.
Tota picture, looking very beautiful at 37. So yesterday, ты свитер на 37, то она что-то невероятно красиво говорит. Saying is that the reason why I'm telling you my age, which is 37, is that I want you to know that, you know, I'm in the business of making women beautiful. And that's my business, that's my calling. And I feel that every woman needs to be beautiful and also be slim like me, look just like me at 37.
Да, и это есть нормально, к этому нужно привыкать, потому что во многих странах эта граница очень занижена, и почему-то люди считают, что в 37 уже мы должны уже горбатиться, у нас должно быть мужчины и 10 детей.
She said that I want to say that not necessarily that you have to look slim like me, but I'm just saying that you have to look, you know, you have to take care of yourself, even if you are 37. Because in some societies, if you are 37, they look down at you as if you are already a grandmother or you are already old. As if at 37 that you don't have the right to be beautiful anymore, or you just must be a housewife, or you must just, be, obedient to your husband, and maybe have all kind of children, and getting ready to, begin to have grandchildren, and you forget about yourself. You begin to live for the children. But that's why I'm saying that I'm 37. I have one kid, and my kid is grown up. She's 19, and then I still take care of myself. So I believe that it doesn't matter what age you are as a lady, that ladies are supposed to take care of themselves. That's my calling, and that is what I'm using to bring the kingdom of God to my world.
И я хочу сказать, что женщина, ничего не имею против семьи, но женщина обязательно должна состояться и стать самодостаточной личностью перед тем, как она будет планировать детей, семью и мужа.
Yeah, and I believe that, a woman actually, and that's the message I'm trying to carry to the world, that a woman must make sure that she is fulfilled. A woman must make sure that she's taking care of herself and that she is at her best before she could even consider getting a husband or begin to have children. Don't make your life be all about a husband and children. Don't make your life just be about all children and other people's lives. Take care of yourself first. Make sure that you attain something. Make sure that you become something. Make sure that you are fulfilled as an individual. Make sure that you have created yourself first as a woman before you now begin to think of giving life or creating other children.
И в первую очередь она должна войти в то призвание, для которого Бог дал ей жизнь, и для чего она родилась в этот мир. Она должна стать счастливой сама по себе, для того, чтобы принести это счастье в свою семью.
I believe that a woman doesn't have the right to begin to even consider marriage. I think as a lady, you don't even need to consider marriage. And if you have a lady, a girl or a daughter, and you have girls as in your family or your children, teach them that they don't need to make marriage or children their priority. Let them make their own life priority. I feel that I feel that every woman must make the priority of her life her own calling, her own destiny. Every woman must first of all discover that she's a human being, that she's a personality, that she's an individual, and she must discover what she was created for. She has to discover her calling. She has to discover what her mission in life is. Only after she has discovered that calling and that she has started obeying and following that instruction from heaven, after she has started pleasing God, living for heaven, only after that she now should step out to say, okay, while I'm pleasing God, fulfilling God's purpose for my life, I can now bring in other things like getting married and having children.
И я очень благодарю Бога за то, что в моей жизни появился Бог, за то, что в моей жизни появилась Церковь Посольства Божье, за то, что в моей жизни появился пастор Сандей, потому что он помог мне выстроить правильно приоритеты, и сегодня у меня есть определенные успехи, у меня есть достижения, и я считаю, что теперь я могу думать о том, чтобы...
Now, I want to tell you that everything I've just told you now about how I believe a woman or who a woman should be and about the outlook and worldview of a woman, I learned it from my pastor, Pastor Sandey. I want to thank God that God brought me across this man and brought me to this church because Pastor taught us that the most important thing for us as a woman, that it's not true, that we've been lied to, that the world has deceived us, that we are only having womb, and the only thing where our significance is in being able to be pregnant and being able to have children. We have been lied to that we can only be slept with. We have been lied to that the only thing we have in possession is to be able to carry as many children as possible. We have been lied to that we are only, delivery substance or bathing substance. We have been lied to that we are only here to be somebody's assistant or somebody's helper. We have been lied to think that apart from just helping somebody, we are not good for anything on our own. But Pastor opened my eyes and taught us in this church that every human being is first of all the image and likeness of God, and that every one of us, before we became a wife or before we could even identify ourselves as women, that we were already called to be personalities and with a mission from heaven. That's it, papi. And only after that only after we have fulfilled who we are, only after that we can now begin to think about going to be a wife or a mother and all that thing. That's the same thing for me. I made that mistake before I got to know Pastor and the church, but now I put that in order. I've discovered myself. I've been happy with myself now. Now that I'm happy with myself, I'm fulfilled as a woman. Now I can go out and then have a husband and have a kid as well. Are you still there? Can you still hear me? Let me know. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, everyone. Hello guys, can you still hear me? Hello, I'm here. Can you see me? I'm here. Let me know if you can see me. I know you are writing it's frozen. How is it now? Is it better a little bit? Is it back? Yes. Okay, I'm back. Good. Thank you. I think that was an internet challenge or something. I didn't even know that I was off. I thought I was on. So let's go back to Tatiana. I'm sorry for that. That's just the internet. So Tatiana is going to tell us about what she's doing. Okay, Tatiana. Here we go.
И снова здравствуйте.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone, she says.
Продолжим нашу тему.
Yes, we'll continue what we started.
Я говорила о результатах своих на сегодня. На сегодняшний день я являюсь профессиональным спортсменом и чемпионом мира по пауэрлифтингу.
Right now, you can't believe it, as smallish as I look, but I'm a sports lady. I'm involved 100% in sports, and the kind of sport that I'm doing is powerlifting and bodybuilding.
Также я являюсь фитнес-моделью и пропагандирую здоровый образ жизни.
I'm also a model, but a fitness model. That's what it's called, fitness model. So I'm a model for sports people, and for model and for fitness and for healthy lifestyle model. And I'm also a healthy lifestyle coach and teacher and trainer, life coach.
Также мой результат с чемпионата мира занесен в книгу рекордов, и я стала рекордсменом Европы.
Right now, I'm also a European record holder. So I'm a European record holder in powerlifting.
Также я являюсь тренером уже в 13 странах мира, где сопровождаю людей по похудению, готовлю к соревнованиям, восстанавливаю энергию и здоровье.
So I have my training school and my school of healthy living in 13 countries right now. So in 13 countries, I am discipling, I'm modeling, and I am training people to live a healthy lifestyle.
И также я стала автором собственной программы.
I also have my own personal program, my health program, and my diet program, right?
И написала книгу по похудению и здоровому питанию.
So I'm also an expert in helping people lose weight and to eat healthy. So healthy lifestyle and healthy eating and and losing weight and getting your health back.
Но это сегодня, а начиналось все совсем по-другому.
That is who I am today, but I didn't start out all like this. I was not like this in the beginning.
Я росла в семье обычных советских людей, которые работали на заводе.
I grew up a normal life in normal Russian family.
Мой отец много пил и постоянно избивал свою жену и своих детей.
I grew up in a family where my father was drinking. And because he was drinking, he was always abusive to his family. He was abusive to the wife. I was always beating our mother. And he was beating us, the children, as well.
Поэтому, живя в такой атмосфере, конечно, я стала подростком, который начал унижать других для того, чтобы чувствовать себя хорошо.
So as a result of growing up in such a family, I became unruly because that's the only model that I saw. That for you to really be having authority, you have to be like a brute and like a rude person. So I took after the character of my father and just living a very bad lifestyle.
И так я жила, ходила на дискотеки, дралась, употребляла алкоголь, курила, как все советские подростки.
Unfortunately, before I came to the Lord and before I got to know about this teaching of the kingdom, I was just an ordinary Russian girl. And what does that mean? I was going to the party, a party girl, nightclubs, discotheque, drinking, smoking, sleeping around, and just a loose girl, even fighting. And, everything changed when I came across this ministry.
Но я благодарна Богу, что еще в то время Он дал мне понимание, что я достойна лучшей жизни, и что у меня будет большая судьба. И я в это так свято верила, хотя ничего вокруг меня об этом не говорило.
I somehow thought that somehow behind my mind, I got to know pastor that there must be better things to life. There must be something else in life. There should be a better option to life than just this kind of life that I was living. Не останавливайся вообще.
Okay. И я очень хотела состояться, и поэтому из моего родного города, который находится 200 километров от столицы Украины, я приехала в столицу. Приехала работать, зарабатывать и что-то сделать со своей жизнью, потому что дальше так было невозможно жить.
So I became a single mother, and as a single mother, I needed to make a living for my family. I needed to get some living for my child. So I left my city. I grew up in a small city, which was like 100 kilometers from the capital of Ukraine, and I moved back to the capital of Ukraine. That's where I met the church here.
Шли годы, я нашла работу, потом я уже была довольна этой работой, но я понимала, что все повторяется. Проснулся, ушел на работу, пришел домой, уснул, опять пошел на работу, опять пришел домой, уснул, ушел на работу. Я поняла, что не такая жизнь мне обещана.
what really frustrated me and what led me to the church was that even while I was working in the capital, okay, with all my nightclubs and loose life, but even at the point where I stopped that kind of lifestyle, but the only thing I had, she's not Ola, she's Tatiana. So the thing I had is I discovered that life could not just be about going to work, working for salary all your life, come back home, sleep, wake up again, go to work. Come back home again, sleep, wake up again, go to work. Come back home again, sleep, and go to work. Wake up, go to work. Wake up, go to work. Is that what life is all about? This cannot be all to life.
И тогда я не верила в Бога, но все мое нутро, оно взывало. Но где же эта жизнь счастливая? Где же это счастье? Где же этот смысл? Где же оно? Где? Где его найти? Куда за ним пойти?
I was always wondering, where is the essence of life? Where is life? This could not be all that is to life.
И я думаю, что именно мой внутренний поиск, Дух Святой просто привел меня в посольство Божье. Я никогда не собиралась ходить в церковь.
So this desperation that I had, this utter disgusting feeling about that, is this all to life? I think that's what God saw and led me to the embassy of God.
Я считала, что в церковь ходят люди слабые, немощные, ущербные, но я же была другой. Поэтому я не понимала, зачем мне церковь. Мне говорили, Иисус тебя любит, но я не понимала, зачем мне Иисус, который просто меня любит. У меня есть проблема, мне нужно состояться, я хочу заработать денег, я хочу счастья. Что значит Иисус меня любит?
Yeah, I was not very interested in God, definitely, and I never could understand Christians, because I thought that Christians, they don't do anything, and they just go to church and say Jesus loves you. And I was not interested in that lifestyle. I was kind of an active girl, and I needed results. I needed success. I needed achievements. I needed a church that would present and give you the opportunity to achieve everything you want to achieve in life. Not just go to church and wait on God to do something for you. But I wanted a kind of lifestyle that will make me to really know that all is at my feet.
И Бог услышал меня, потому что мне сказали о том, что в посольстве Божьем учат бизнесу. Я не понимала, как в церкви может быть учение о бизнесе. Это не соответствовало совсем моим представлениям о церкви и просто разрывало все мои шаблоны.
But what brought me to the embassy of God was there was all this talk about this church in town that is preparing businessmen, that is preparing millionaires, that is training people in economic empowerment. What kind of church? How could a church be preparing millionaires? How could a church be preparing businessmen? What is economic empowerment through a church program? And that totally blew up my mind. What kind of a church is that where they're empowering just everybody? And that was what brought me.
Но внутри я поняла, что я должна идти туда. Я должна идти, послушать, посмотреть своими глазами и сделать свои выводы о том, что там происходит и чему там учат на самом деле.
So I actually came to just find out what kind of church is there, just out of curiosity, to know, is this really true? Would they be interested in making me successful?
Конечно, я не поверила сразу в то, что там происходит, я всех во всем подозревала, но со временем я начала понимать, что здесь говорят правильные вещи. Притом говорят не только о бизнесе, но говорят о многих сферах моей жизни, о которых я даже не имела представления.
But what I found when I came to the embassy of God blew up my mind. First of all, I got a business training. I discovered the secrets of making it in life through business. And that just changed me. That just impacted me so much. Things that I never could hear anywhere else, I was taught in this church. And, that made me to stay. They got me right there. But besides, what really made me kept me coming was that this church was teaching me every aspect of life, how to live life, what life is all about, how to make sense of your life, why you are here. I mean, I discovered myself. I discovered, the reason for my existence. I discovered the reasons for the earth. I discovered why we're here. I discovered purpose. And those were all the questions that I used to have before. Why are we here? What is happening? What is the essence of life? Is the essence of life just about getting married and having children and going to work? Is that all to life? But I got all that answer.
Я много думала о том, что же мне с этим делать, но потом я поняла, что если я рискну, и если все, о чем здесь говорят, это правда, меня ждет невероятный результат и невероятная жизнь, потому что я видела там успешных людей, я видела искренние улыбки, я видела трезвую заинтересованность настоящую в людях, и меня это покорило.
I just fell in love with this church. This church just totally swept me off my feet because they were giving you everything for free. I mean, they were giving you not just the essence of life. They were helping you to discover yourself, to discover the meaning of life. They were helping people to let you know, to help you to discover what you are created for, what you are here for on earth. And besides that, they help you to go and achieve that and, help you to go into that territory, into that just sphere of life. And they tell you that you could become everything. And they actually equip you to become all that you want to become. I mean, I was just slept off my feet by this church. This is something else. I fell in love, head on.
И передо мной оказались две жизни. Одна, которой я жила и которая мне перестала нравиться. И вторая, которую я немножко почувствовала, но я ее совсем не знала, ее было очень мало. Но ради нее я решила рискнуть.
So I decided to give up my lifestyle. I stopped, God helped me. I stopped, sleeping around. I stopped having nightclubs, boyfriends, and, I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I stopped everything. And I just totally gave myself up to God.
И благодаря этим учениям о бизнесе, благодаря системе, которую пастор выстроил, развитие личности, лидерских школ, книги, которые он писал, я начала вариться в этом, и я начала понимать, что такое Бог и зачем Он мне нужен. Я начала понимать себя и начала понимать, куда мне идти и зачем мне туда идти.
Another wonderful thing about this church here is that Pastor, teaches you about how to become anything you want to become. I mean, it makes you to believe so much that you can do everything, that you can do everything, you can become anything, and that there is nothing that is beyond your possibility. And then it gives you the logical principles and the laws to observe to become that. But what actually blew up my mind is that everybody else was doing it. I mean, you look all around me, and everybody I was seeing, they were actually becoming whoever they wanted to become. It's like a dream world. And yeah, that's just an exciting life in this place.
И я сразу почувствовала пастора, он мне понравился, он был яркий. У нас в нашей стране очень мало людей таких ярких, интересных, в такой цветной одежде. Это нонсенс, но мне это стало так близко, потому что я сама всегда была такая. Я понимала, что я никогда не хотела идти в церковь, где все мрачные, несчастные, какие-то убогие. Мне не нравилась такая церковь. Но здесь я видела, все расцветает, все улыбаются. И пастор подавал такой прекрасный пример.
And here, I'm always, wary of Christians that are just, religious and living boring life. They just go to church and pray and wait on God to do everything for them. But not this church. This church, they make you believe that you can become everything. They teach you how to become everything. It's not a boring life here, not a boring day. It's not about the church here. The focus is not about you giving your life for the church or, wasting your life in church and just sitting around in church. The church, they release you and help you to release you out to become who you want to become. So you never get bored because you are pursuing your dream and your vision on a daily basis. It's not anything about religion here. It's about life. Christianity in some places is just religion. But here it's not about religion. It's about life, real life.
И я настолько серьезно в это углубилась, что эти учения по четвергам, они стали центром моей жизни. Вся моя жизнь начала подстраиваться под эти служения, которые пастор проводил.
So before I knew it, the teachings that were coming from Pastor, they became the centrality of my life. My life was built around all these teachings that Pastor Sandei is giving. So I was just, I just immersed myself in the teaching of this man. I was listening to him day and night. I was running, from anything I was doing, from wherever I was, to go and hear him. I was always running up and down, to be in his meetings, in his teachings. I couldn't hear enough because I just saw how my life was being changed and transformed.
И что еще было очень сильно, пастор подарил мне осознанность. В нашей стране люди как роботы, они не успевают включить мозги, чтобы думать. Но пастор настолько это подал мне, что я поняла, мне больше не интересно пить, мне не интересно курить, потому что здесь каждая секунда моей жизни ценна. И я понимаю, что я родилась для великих дел. И каждую секунду я не могу потратить на ерунду, которой я занималась до этого момента. Осознанность и жить в сознании, это невероятно.
She said, but the biggest thing that I got from Pastor Sunday, let me tell you, is the ability to live to the full. Is the ability to live in the now. Is conscious living. Pastor brought me a conscious living. She brought me into a conscientious, conscious living. Living in the now, valuing every minute of your life, valuing every second, living for every second, living for every minute, actualizing, converting every minute, maximizing every minute. I discovered that life was interesting. Before, life was boring for me. I didn't know what to do with my life. That's why I was drinking. I was drinking, sleeping around, going to the nightclub. Because I didn't know what to do with life. I didn't know what to do with my time. But here, Pastor brought the importance of life so rich that I was not having enough of it. I was not having enough time to be able to maximize life. I knew what to do every second. And time was no more enough. And I was enjoying every bit of it.
И благодаря учениям пастора и лидерским школам я прописала планы на жизнь, я приняла решение выжать максимум из этой жизни, единственной, которую дал мне Бог, и сделать все то, что Бог хочет, чтобы я сделала.
So I knew that I was already late because I was close to my 30s, and I knew that, I was starting very late. So I took my decision, and since Pastor said you could become anything you wanted to become, and that there's nothing that is stopping you or standing on your way, even at 30, I decided to become the best I could do. Even though my area of passion, beauty and modeling and, world championship in sports, even though those things were for young ladies, but Pastor had given us so much faith. Pastor had given us so much encouragement that I believed that I could beat and go and defeat all the young girls, and still become a beauty queen and a sport model and a sports champion, and and I went for it, and you know what? It happened. I got it.
И благодаря этому я начала получать свои какие-то маленькие результаты, я начала выстраивать собственную систему предпринимательской деятельности благодаря учениям о финансах. Я начала выстраивать немножко свою общественную деятельность. Я служила в разных служениях в церкви, которые мне были интересны, чтобы понять, где же мое призвание. Я начала искать себя. Я начала искать тот смысл, ради которого Бог позволил мне родиться. Я начала анализировать себя, я начала копаться в себе, я начала изучать книги, которые помогают найти свое призвание и реализовать его.
Before, I was just living a loose life. I never even had time to read or anything. But because of the teachings of Pastor, he taught us about the importance of adding value to yourself. And, you know, I started discovering beauty in adding value to myself. I started discovering beauty in, you know, just getting more educated. I started educating myself, self-education, increasing my worth. I started making money. I started building business by myself. I started doing what I liked. I started living an interesting life. I was more interested in myself. I was not interested in men anymore. I was interested in me. I wanted to become me. I wanted to become all I could become. I wanted to realize all the potentials that God has created me for and all that I could achieve in life. Life with myself became interesting all over again.
Но учитывая, что все это было не системно, там не могло быть очень больших результатов, потому что я пошла туда, послушала там, я послушала здесь, но не было человека одного, который сказал бы мне: Татьяна, вот твоя жизнь, вот твои сферы, давай разберемся, что сначала, что попозже, давай я тебя возьму за руку, помогу тебе, и мы пойдем вместе, и ты сделаешь намного больше и намного быстрее.
You know, like before I met this man, I was also struggling, you know. I was also working. I was also doing my best. It was like working hard. But, you know, when you don't have a mentor, when you don't have somebody to take you by the hand, give you the right instructions of life, and give you, you know, the right tips to life, you know, it's just like you are just groping in the dark, and you're just trying your best, wasting all your resources and energy. But once I now had an instructor, I had a life coach and a pastor and a leader that could give me direct instruction. Life is just like going, you know, life is just living in the express. It's just like living life, you know, according to order, and everything just started working out for me.
Поэтому я не перестану благодарить пастора за то, что он дал такую возможность вообще быть коучем и дать людям возможность идти за ним и учиться у него этому величию, которое он достиг, и этому влиянию.
You guys who are listening to Pastor, you have opportunity to listen to him through this program, and twice a day. You don't even know who you have met. You don't even know what this man has in him. He has so much in him that, you know, he can make all of you anything you want to become. This man has so much truth. He has so much depth. He has so much secrets. He has so much to give. You know, it's just impossible to live without him. The only regret you will have in your life is, where was I? Why is it I didn't know this man before? Where was I? How could this man be on this planet and I never knew there was somebody like this? I mean, if you begin to listen to him and begin to follow all the things he teaches, you will discover that, wow, your only regret will be, what has been with me? Where have I been wasting my life? This man could just, you know, blow up your mind and bring your mind and your life back to order. Just make you to begin to live by design.
Поэтому, когда я сегодня смотрю на эти 4 года, которые я была в коучинг-группе пастора Сандея, это больше всего, что я сделала в этой жизни, я сделала за этот период, потому что я не тратила свои ресурсы куда попало. Я четко, с пониманием шла и делала быстро, много и очень высоко. И пастор всегда нас учит ставить мега-цели, чтобы это были масштабы страны, а не только своей семьи.
And she said, you guys believe me. I lived 30 years without this man. I didn't know him, and my life was hell on earth. And, you know, I know people also who are also born again, but they are also living life hell on earth. Their life is still hell on earth. So I'm not talking about just being born again. Many people have been born again, but their lives the only thing that has changed is that they are going to heaven. The only thing that has changed is that they are religious. The only thing that has changed is that they are praying and reading the Bible, but nothing really like what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is about mentorship. You know, this man mentored me for 4 years, and just 4 years, in 4 years, I had more results, friends, than in all 30 years of my life before then. 4 years. I mean, you know, not just being successful, but first of all, I found a meaning to life. I started living constructive life. Secondly, my life became rich. But thirdly, I started having so much result. But what surprised me is that the pastor will teach you to have not just some results somehow, and not just to have some fruits, but pastor teaches you in such a way that you become so fruitful that you have abundance of it. Pastor's philosophy is that you are not just supposed to have a small success. Pastor teaches you to have multiple success, to have great success, and not just to have success, but that if you are being taught by Pastor Sandey, your success cannot be less than on the national level. So the minimum of all the disciples of Pastor Sandey has a national influence. So you'll be, if you are living, let's say in America, your success will cover the whole of America, or the whole country must hear about you. If you are living in a country, the whole country must hear of your success. That's the kind of disciples that pastor raises up. So he raises you to be big. He raises you to be influential. He raises you to be dominant. So you are going to be dominant in whatsoever sphere of life that you have decided to become. But my own, I was not just dominant in the country, I became dominant in the continent until I became the world champion. So that's the kind of mentality, mindset that pastor brings to you. Despite the fact that I started doing this competition at 30-something years old. So even if you, no matter where you are or where you are starting, you know, it will bring you up to any height that you know that you want to get to.
Сказать, что я знаю разницу между хорошим и плохим тренером, потому что я сама тренер, и я училась и занималась у разных тренеров, и поверьте мне, если хорошо, если есть профессионализм, это прекрасно, но если нет искренней любви к людям и настоящей отцовской заботы о них, поверьте, профессионализм это ничто.
I'm a coach now. I'm a life coach myself, and I'm a trainer. I'm a sports trainer and national coach, life coach, and I'm training people all the time, and nutritional coach, and beauty coach, and modeling coach. So I know something about coaching, and I meet with all professionals all the time. I meet with all the coaches and all the trainers, and you know, all over the world. You know, there are some people, coaches and trainers who are professionals, but Pastor Sandey is not just coming talk to teach you. He's not just a coach. He's not just a mentor. He's both a mentor, a coach, a life coach, but it's more like a father. You know, this man just cares about people. He cares about you to the end. You matter to him, you see. You matter to him. So it's not about what he teaches alone, but how he relates with honor, with dignity, with respect to you, and he really truly cares for you to make it. And so he's like not just a pastor, but it's like someone who's your father. It's just like your daddy. It's just like your daddy. It's just like your father. So he gives so much to you. His love is overwhelming. I think those two things that really separate Pastor Sandey from every other pastor that I know. He genuinely loves people, and secondly, he protects you and cares for you and takes care of you like a true best father would do to their children.
И когда рядом с тобой не просто тренер, но тренер и отец, ты можешь ставить себе заоблачные цели, ты можешь делать максимум, ты можешь подниматься выше того, что ты мог себе даже представить. И это доказывают мои результаты и фотографии, которые я вам буду показывать сейчас.
And what I'm saying is that, you know, with this kind of a coach and somebody you know that he is always there for you there, like a father, when you have that kind of a father protection, especially when you have been a woman abused by men, when men have taken advantage of you in the past, and it's so totally different that a man now will be so interested in your success, that a man now will be there for you, not taking anything from you or asking anything from you, but just making sure that you attain your purpose. Is totally different. And then the love love for which he is showing that he is interested in your success. I mean, I don't need to even talk anymore. Just see my results. Like, I'm going to show you some photographs and going to show you some of my achievements so that you just believe it. I said, like I said, I came to him at the age of 30. And by 34, after 4 years of being coached by him, and I became the European champion in bodybuilding and in beauty modeling and in sports modeling, and then I've gone ahead to break the European champion. I'm having the record. I'm the European record owner right now. But besides that, I'm also a warrior now. And this is from somebody who never believed in herself. Who never believed in herself. Somebody who never knew that at the age of 30, I could go into sports bodybuilding. That is my competition at the bodybuilding events. That is who I am. You see, our competition. This is my certificate. These are my certificate as number 1. I won the world power. That is world power lifting, bench press, and deadlift first place. That made me Tatiana. Can you read it? Certificate. This is my certificate here. My name, and then my first position. This is at the 25th anniversary of World Powerlifting Bench Press Deadlift Championship. Raw professional. That raw professional means without any medicine, any drugs or anything. So I understand. Now I am part of. I go to the. Now I'm being invited to our parliament. This is a parliament. This is me here in the parliament of Ukraine, in one of the commissions of the Ukrainian parliament. So I'm being invited by my government and sitting down with lawmakers in my country and in the parliament to take decisions. And also, I'm a consultant with the Ministry of Health, because I'm a nutritionist, and I am also for healthy life, teaching on healthy lifestyle. So this is my participation in the Ministry of Health, giving them some tips of how people could live healthy lifestyle and how we could promote health in our country. And I'm also part of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in my country. So these are all my work with the government. So these are different ministries in the country of Ukraine where I am bringing my expertise and my experience to people and sharing with them. This is the Ministry of Sports and Youth in Ukraine. Yeah, and so you see nobody who was lost in nightclubs, in men's arms, and drinking and smoking and sleeping around and totally lost, who didn't even have meaning to life, just barely surviving, into somebody who is now influencing the destiny of our country and taking decisions, being consulted by our parliament, and just because I met one man who showed me life principles. And you are also having those same life principles here on a daily basis. Yeah, with Pastor 2 times a day. Go look for all his recordings and go make sure that you listen to everything you've missed before. And, your life will be changed drastically, just as ours have been changed.
Поэтому сегодня, анализируя мою жизнь, я понимаю, что Бог сделал мне невероятный подарок в виде пастора Сандея, и просто жить в одно время с таким человеком и знать его лично, и иметь такие близкие отношения, это лучшее, что можно было сделать.
You know what? I'm very grateful today to God, and I want to thank God and my destiny. I want to thank fate, that God himself in his providence. I want to thank providence that God in his providence allowed me to live at the same time, in the same age with this man, Pastor Sandey. Just to live in the same world with him is worth it. Just being in the same world, just living in the same age, but even that is enough. But then getting to be taught by him, but getting to be coached by him, and getting to learn from him, and hear his teachings, it's just overwhelming. So if you don't know what I've discovered, if you have not discovered the wealth in this man, please go look for them, because to be taught by him is the greatest gift of life for me. It's the greatest life discovery for me. And I'm sure it's going to be the greatest life discovery for anybody that knows this man. If you get to know what he teaches, if you immerse yourself and soak yourself in his discoveries and teachings, you will just think that God is taking care only about you and that heaven has smiled at you. I personally believe that heaven and destiny and providence has smiled at me just for knowing Pastor Sandey and coming across him in the first place.
Поэтому я хочу сказать каждому из вас, потому что вы люди в сознании, вы люди, которые знаете Бога, вы знаете, что Бог позволил вам родиться на эту землю для определенной миссии. И сегодня я сказала вам о том, что вы не можете разбазаривать свою жизнь, вы не можете растрачивать свои ресурсы. Вам нужен наставник, вам нужен правильный наставник, вам нужен коуч, отец, который поможет вам за минимальный срок достичь мега результатов и повлиять на весь мир.
So I want to talk to everybody that is watching me today, for you to know that, stop wasting your life. Stop living an empty life. Stop living on deception of the world, of deception of religion. Don't just go to some churches where people just, use you to do their own thing. Don't just go to places where they use the name of God to manipulate you. Don't just sell out your life and destiny. Don't just sell out your time walking as a slave for the rest of your life. Don't just spend your life that way. It's a cheap way of living. Why don't you invest some time to discover all what this man could teach you? Why don't you just invest in yourself? Why don't you go and get all these teachings that you could lay your hands on? Lock yourself up some places and make sure that you eat all of them, swallow everything, just get all of them inside you. You will see your life come together. But the good thing is that you will also, even wherever you are, you will be able to feel that Father's love that I was able to feel. You'll be able to feel that Father's protection, love, and you'll be able to find direction for your life and begin to maximize your life. That's what I say, maximize life. You pay attention to that word, maximize. Because it's one thing to just live, but many people are not maximizing life. But what this man will teach you is how to maximize life. And I want to challenge you that you will not just maximize your life, but you have mega results. My results, like I told you, I started off 30-something years old, and, in a few years, 4 years of training with this man, I got mega results, world champion, European record holder, and as a lady, having my schools in 13 countries, and my disciples, followers, I'm a life coach, nutritional coach, modeling, diet modeling and teacher. And so you could maximize your life and mega results. And the teachings of pastor, they are the only ones that I know in my own life that could make you have those kind of results in a short time. So,
И еще хочу сказать, что вкусив это тренерство от пастора Сандея, с Божьей помощью я никогда не хочу оставить его и всегда буду идти за ним и делать ту работу для Бога, которую я хочу делать. Пусть Бог мне поможет.
And I want to say thank you again to all of you for hearing my story. And my own desire to God right now and prayer is that God will not allow me to ever leave Pastor Sandey. That I don't ever want to leave this man. I've found a treasure. It's just like in the Bible when it says that when a man finds a treasure, he goes and uses everything he has to buy that treasure, to buy that field with the treasure. I think I've found that treasure, and I will give my life not to ever lose it. I don't ever want to lose the moment of learning from this man ever again, because it has worked for me. It has worked for me, and I want to just, let it be work for everybody as well. I want everybody to go and hear and know what I know and have discovered. Thank you so much, Tatiana. Wow. If you want to follow the advice of Tatiana, I just want to tell you that, I have so many books that I've written, because the people here in Russia, they are having a little bit of advantage over you in English, because you in English, I only have a few books in English, like Kingdom Driven Life, which is a great book in English, my book about why bad things happen to good people, by Miles Monroe book, but I wrote about Miles Monroe, Money Won't Make You Rich on Money, and Who Am I? It's a wonderful book that will help you to discover who you are. And Short Shift is another wonderful book that, will change your life. But all these books are just, I only have about 30 books in English. But I have 300 books in Russian. Can you imagine? That's another one in English about Nigeria. But I have over 300 books in English, in Russian, 300 books in Russia. And they are all translated. They are all translated to English, but bad English. So I need somebody out there who could help edit and correct some of these books from bad English to good English, so that some of you could, so that you all could have access to these my books. So that you could all have access to my books. So if you are interested in translating some of my books to English, not translating, they are already translated. But if you are interested in correcting them, these are the things that change people like Tatiana and all other people. And so if you want to have more resources, more opportunity to these resources, and you want to help edit some of my books or correct them, write to me. My address is pastor@godembassy.org. pastor@godembassy.org. And then I have my books in English on Amazon.com. Just write my name, you'll see all my books on Amazon.com, or if you're in Africa, on okadabooks.com. okadabooks.com. So you can get all my books there. But if you want to help edit those books and correct them, write to me personally to my email. My email is pastor@godembassy.org. But if you want to follow the examples and the advice that Tatiana gave, and you want to listen to all the messages that you have missed out on, you need to go to my blog, SandeiAdelajablog.com, SandeiAdelajablog.com, and you will see the daily broadcast in video or audio. Go listen to them, and you could, there are so many different series and topics that I've treated that maybe you have missed. You might want to go and have a look and listen to as many messages as possible. By the time you listen to 200 messages from Pastor Sandei, you'll be giving same testimony like Tatiana for sure. So let's see what some of you are writing. Let's see what you got from Tatiana's testimony, and what are your testimonies like? What are your conclusions and what are your impressions about this story that we had from Tatiana, who is using beauty and sport to change the world, to change our world. She's the world champion. Amazing. Nikki Christian said, thank you, Pastor Sandei and Tatiana, for Tatiana's great testimony. Living a healthy lifestyle is what I am most passionate about. That is Nikki who said that. Kike Adetiba said, great testimony. Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, Pastor, for the good work. Bolujide said, Tatiana, thanks for the life-changing testimony. Nkiru said, Tatiana, you are a giant slayer. Wow. Well done there. Ekun Sami said, thank you, Tatiana. Davida said, can help with editing, Pastor Sandei. I hope you got my email. Just write to my email. That's pastor@godembassy.org. The same thing, Sheila Mosby. Okay, you need to write to me so that I could send the book to you. All right, at pastor at godembassy.org. James Ogbe said, thank you, Pastor Sandey, for the opportunity to sit at your teachings within the past few weeks. I have also sent you a letter. Okay. James, I think I got your letter. I will find time and reply you this week by God's grace. Blessing Dra say, God bless you, Tatiana. Stay blessed. Kennedy Festus say, well done, Tatiana. Joy say, bravo. Ola Martin, thank you for sharing, Tatiana. God bless you and hope to meet you very soon. Abasi Godwin say, class. Ugo Emeka say, Pastor Sunday is a huge treasure indeed. Yetunde say, thank you, Tatiana. Anastasia say, thank you, Tatiana. Sheila saying, thank you for sharing, Tatiana. Victor said, story is slowly getting to an end. Sheila says, Pastor Sunday doesn't give you simple teachings of the Word of God. This man of God takes you to the spiritual level you've never been before. By the way, if you are new here, just to let you know, I come on every day here, 7:30 p.m., 7:30 a.m. in the morning, British time, and Nigerian time, 7:30 a.m. And in America, is Eastern time is 2:30 a.m. and then 2 p.m. in the evening. I'm back every day. In America, that's Eastern time, 2:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. And in Europe, British time is 7:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. In Nigeria, Africa, it's 7:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. I'm back every single day here. T.Y. Moore say, thank you for sharing your story, Tatiana. God bless you. Daniela Brooks, thank you, precious lady Tatiana, for your testimony. Okay. Ola Martin says, Pastor Sunday gives us hope. He is caring, a father and a teacher. It is never too late for me. The sky is just the beginning. Pastor, thank you. Maxine Igbinedon said, thanks, Anastasia and Sheila. We are the blessed ones, like sitting at the feet of Jesus instead of watching TV and being empowered. Kike Adetiba said, kudos, Tatiana. Anastasia said, experienced mega results. Eva says, love of Jesus all the way. Thank you, Lord. Bolujude said, maximized life is indeed true living. Right. Ade Shitu says, women should look after themselves before and after marriage. We should eat healthy food and look great. Davida said, very impressive. Registered for the mentoring program. I haven't received anything yet. Well, Davida, the thing is that we decided to stop the mentoring program for now to have a break because we are doing this video. It's better for you to just do the video mentoring right now because these are more direct from Pastor Sunday, me to you kind of thing. Oh, okay. You want to get in touch with Tatiana? Well, write to me. I will send your email to her. Write to pastor@godembassy.org and I will send your email to her. Joseph Oyewale, Tatiana, much grace to you. We are encouraged. It is possible. The kingdom of God is forcefully advancing and forceful men are taking it. Flair Karim Matib, thank you, Tatiana, for this great testimony. Yes, everybody who is connected to this broadcast can say the same thing. Bidemi says, Pastor Sunday is awesome, very awesome. Favor Isa says, God bless you, Tatiana, Pastor, may God keep you, sir. Thank you. If you have not shared the link, go ahead and share the link so that you could get a copy. If you share the link, the copy of this message will come to your page, and then you'll be able to have it to yourself. Abasi Godwin, thank you, Tatiana, for sharing your testimony. Pastor, thank you for your life-changing teachings. I'm resigning my job very soon. Omowumi, great testimony, Tatiana. Can you be my mentor, Pastor? Thanks very much. Why not? Yes. You can write me on that. Thank you, Pastor Tatiana. Thank you, Tatiana. God bless you. Bidemi, Tatiana, we celebrate you. Pastor Sandey, I celebrate you. Thank you, sir. Koyejo, we have hope that our dear country, Nigeria, will also produce several Olympic champions. God bless you. Sis Kate, what I like with Tatiana is that she is awesome and so free. Thanks to your teaching, Pastor. Olabisi, we love you. I want to follow you for life. We grow up to know testimony as what God did for you, healing and all that. But here is testimony about the kingdom. Tatiana, you wipe the tears of many. Okay, Udo, this is another challenging provocation for a greater height. Victor said he had a great time listening to Tatiana. Comfy, thank you for your life, Tatiana. May God bless you. Okay. Okay, everyone. Time to go. Our time is over today. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. This coming week from tomorrow is going to be just explosion. So I want to invite you back. That's tomorrow morning in Europe, 7:30 a.m. British time, and 7:30 a.m. Nigerian time, and 2:30 a.m. Eastern time in America. And then I'll be back in the evening again. But like I said, you know, if you want to go and listen to more of my messages, go to SandeyAdelajablog.com. SandeyAdelajablog.com. And you could listen to as many messages as you want to listen to. You want to contact me? You know, it's pastor@godembassy.org. God bless you guys. Good night.